So welcome to your first month of training. Phase one, or month one, is all about getting you used to working through these bigger main lift movements. Now, you're gonna notice that it's organized in an A series of exercises, a B series of exercises, and a C series of exercises. The A series is what I and many people in the industry would call winning warm-ups. And that's in honor of a good friend of mine. His name is Matt Wenning. He's a world record holder in powerlifting. He came up with this concept primarily for structural balance, but also to prime the main movement and also to promote a little bit of muscular endurance for powerlifters. He came up with this concept of taking 3 exercises that are very relevant to the big work you're going to be doing that day and performing them in a very high rep fashion in 4 circuit rounds. So basically that A1 through A3, it should be performed by going 1, 2, 3, repeat the circuit, A1, A2, A3, repeat the circuit, and so on until you're done. Now, if you're in a crowded commercial gym and you can't do that, that's okay. Go through as best you can at each station, but try to limit your rest time. And the last thing to note there is you want to make sure that these exercises aren't too heavy. If you're blowing yourself out before you even get to the main movement, you didn't do it right. So basically, when you choose the 25 rep weight, it should be a 25 rep weight. So for the average person who's going to be benching, 150 to 200 pounds, I'm going to guess that you're going to be doing this in the 30-pound dumbbell range, maybe more if you're an overachiever, but I wouldn't try. This is, like I said, to shake the rust off, to build a little bit of muscular endurance, and just to make you a little bit more balanced and before we get into the actual hypertrophy work, which is in month 2. So with the A's out of the way, let's talk about the B, which is basically the meat of the sandwich here. So the B exercise on upper and lower body day is going to be one main big multi-joint movement. The reason we chose that is because effectively these are the best exercises to drive up your maximal strength. These exercises also, the ones I've given you to choose from at least, in my experience at my gym, I've noticed the best results in overall strength gains with them. So you can rest assured with whichever you choose or with whatever implements you have at your gym, if you use those exercises, you will see your strength go up. And you're gonna notice that it's generally in a 3x5 fashion, meaning 3 sets of 5 reps. Now, I recommend that you maybe take up to 3 warm-up sets before you get to your working weights in the 3x5. And you're probably even going to want to try to beat every weight of the 3x5's rep scheme. So in other words, if your first set is at 100 pounds, try to make your next set 102 pounds, and then your final set 105. If you have to do all 3 at the same one, that's totally fine. And then lastly, you're going to find the C, or the accessory exercises. Now, accessory exercises are meant to help you drive up sort of your weaknesses from that day. And that's why you have most of the ability to choose of what you want to do that day. So say it's an upper body day and you notice that you had trouble locking out your floor or bench press. That's usually the signal of someone who needs some work on their triceps, and you should choose tricep exercises. Say you're having some postural issues. You might want to choose some more pulling exercises or things that will more appropriately address the muscles that you feel are lagging that day. Now, if you really don't know what you're doing and how to diagnose, that's okay. Literally, you could choose any of the exercises I listed, and you're going to notice some type of increase in strength or overall posture, or just feeling better. So rest assured that I've set up the best system so you don't make any bad choices. But if you do find that you have some questions, you know where to send the questions here at Fight Camp Conditioning or to me directly. So with that in mind, happy training and good luck.